So Billy gets back.
He gets this wild idea that he's gonna enter a raccoon chasing competition.
He is ready to take these dogs and turn them into raccoon champion hunters.
They get the dogs to chase a raccoon up a tree.
Chase it up a tree.
They chop that tree down.
You gotta put a lot of glue in that tree.
And then they take care of the rest.
They take care of the rest.
They mean take a shovel.
They beat the living pulp out of those raccoons.
Those raccoons are no more.
Honestly, there was a lot of PETA protesters.
Raccoons! Dead.
Let's talk about when Billy becomes an axe murderer.
Through circumstance.
Billy is such a good raccoon champion hunter.
Guys, look at Billy. He's got these two dogs and they're his best friends.
Yep.
Hope nothing terrible ever happens to them.
He meets Reuben Pastrami Deliman Thousand Island.
He doesn't play nice.
An evil boy who's always got meat drippings coming out of his mouth.
He gets really mad at Billy because Billy's doing so well.
Reuben just willy-nilly puts this axe on the ground.
I'm just gonna put this axe right here. Hopefully nothing happens to it.
No one's gonna die from this.
And then he falls on the axe like the big dumb butt that he is.
Billy did feel very bad about it, so he went to Reuben's grave, put flowers on it.
After you've murdered them, if you put flowers on somebody's grave, everything's cool.
You never have to go to jail.
No lawyer involved.
Karmically, you are off the hook.
No fines, no fees, no restitution.
One of my favorite passages in the book is when the police show up to Billy's house, but he'd already put the flowers on the grave. They gotta leave. Sorry, boys, pack it up. This one's guilt-free.
Enter a mountain lion.
Devil cat.
Satan feline.
Which is often how old people would describe a cat-like creature. Because it's an old word.
Are you saying that only old people know the words Satan and feline?
Well, because they're biblical words. And the Bible, as we know, is quite an old book.
I describe myself as an agnostic, but that's neither here nor there.
Devil cat.
Mountain lion.
Catnip toy in its mouth.
Big, terrible, pointy teeth.
I'm angry.
He goes for Billy, and who throws himself in front of this awful mountain lion but Old Dan.
A little comical, because to think about such an old thing moving so quickly.
He gets a few good licks in, but, you know, the mountain lion tears out his intestines, so sorry, old Dan.
He took old Dan's intestines and waved them around his head like he just didn't care.
Old Dan was a good dog.
He was a good guy.
Old Dan was young at heart.
Little Anne, with her energetic, boundless spirit, decided, I won't touch another bite of food. I won't wash my hair anymore. I won't lick my paws because my friend is dead.
Yeah, it's kind of a downer of a book.
It's really sad when you think about it. After old Dan and little Anne died, Billy buries them next to each other.
He never gets another dog.
He visits their grave every day.
Gets rid of his human skin wallet.
And because the chemicals from the toxic river eventually took over the air supply of the Appalachian town that he lived in, Billy himself decomposed on their grave.
This red fern grew where those two dogs died and where Billy died.
Which was a mix of his blood and the green toxins that were in the air.
Local Indian legend says that if you see a red fern, it's good luck.
Where a red fern grows, don't touch it because it's probably a poison ivy leaf that you've mistaken for another plant.
If you see a red fern, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Where a red fern grows, you'll find a coupon. Billy becomes an axe murderer. That was just a reaction shot.